Well, welcome back to Dave and Family Farm. Today we're trying out a new tool. This is from Harbor Freight. I don't know how the heck you say that, Bauer or something. I guess. I bought it at Harbor Freight. So let's open her up and see what we got in here. Da-da-da. All right, we have a variable speed bandsaw kit. So basically, there you go. It's just a handheld bandsaw. Never used it before. I bought the thing probably 3 or 4 months ago, and I finally have some projects. You know, we've been working on this lime fertilizer spreader. We got some metal work and things. We actually have a piece here that we're going to cut. So I thought, you know what? Let's get this thing out and try it. It's been sitting down there on the shelf. So this is what it looks like. I am not really left-handed. But that's what the saw looks like. They do give you a blade up here. I don't know the quality of that blade. Usually the Harbor Freight type blades and stuff aren't that great, but that's all I have for now. So we're going to try that blade. So let me go ahead and figure out how to get the blade in here. And once we do that, we'll take a quick look at the saw, and then I'll set you guys up and we're going to try cutting through this chunk of metal here. I'm not even sure how thick that's pretty darn thick. Let's take a peek here. Stuff always looks smaller on camera. What do we got? That is 1 inch material there, 1 inch by 2 inches. So that's a 1 by 2 we're going to cut through. Pretty good size chunk of metal there for this saw. So let me get it out, get it set up, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, we got it out of the box. We got the blade on. That was kind of fun. Not really. But I'm not going to blame the tool for that because I've never used one of these before. So I'm sure with anything, the more times you do it, the easier it is. So they have the tensioner right here on top. So we got her plugged in. Sounds a little noisy. So we'll see how that lasts. Yeah, so it has, what is that, 6 speeds. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and max. We're going to start with 3, and I'll set you guys up and we'll try cutting down through this. I'll probably edit some of it out because it's going to take a while, I imagine, but you'll get the idea. All right, here we go. This thing is freaking heavy. And that's one thing they say in the directions, that, watch your heads guys, is to let the weight of the unit do the cutting. Don't put any additional downforce on it. So let's give her a go. Let's see how this works. All right, there you have it. Not the world's straightest cut, but that is no fault of the saw. Any handheld saw, I think, for the most part, Sawzall, stuff like that, it's going to be hard to make a perfectly straight cut, but that really didn't take that long. For it being a pretty big piece of metal there, what did we measure? It was 1 inch by 2 inch. I was quite impressed with how that worked. We had it set on 3. We didn't wind it right up to the highest setting, and I thought it worked pretty well. I mean, again, I've never used one of these before, but way better than the Sawzall, all the vibration and stuff you get from that. And right now, because that saw still has a broken blade, I don't really have a good way to cut big thick metal like this other than my gas powered chop saw that's over there has a metal cutting blade on it currently, but I could have taken it outside and used that. But I thought that worked pretty well. There's really hardly any mess here on the floor, which those abrasive saws make a huge mess. And again, Sawzall, it might have done it. It would have taken a while, a lot of vibration. So yeah, that's a pretty cool. Let me move your. That's where you guys were sitting. I'd say that was a pretty cool saw. I'm happy with it. So there you have it. There is a unboxing and tryout of Bauer, I guess, brand handheld bandsaw from Harbor Freight. So again, I don't know how long the blade's gonna last, but you know, we can definitely get a new one of those. We could buy some better ones than probably the one that came with it. So just a kind of cool little video today, show you guys something new that I had purchased. And I will not tell you whether to buy one or whether to not buy one, because this is the first time I've used it. I'm happy with it at this point, but I don't usually give recommendation on tools until it's something that I've owned for 6 months or a year, or I've used a whole bunch of times. So I don't know the longevity of this tool, how long the motor is going to hold up, any other moving parts. I don't know anything about it. So at this point, I won't recommend that you buy one. Again, just because I don't know the longevity. But if you want to take a chance on something, you think this would work out for you, it's definitely more in the budget than like a Milwaukee brand or something like that. So I bought it because I don't use it all the time. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed seeing the bandsaw in action there. And feel free to leave your comments down below, questions, experiences with any Harbor Freight tools. I appreciate them down below. Hope you click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.